Happy Friday, Bears. Welcome back to Kickin' It.
Coming up, we look at girls basketball's trip to Cleveland, recycling at UAHS, and more on the special message from Mr. Moon.
Remember, look before you sit, make sure everything is good.
Around the halls of UAHS, you might have noticed bathrooms closed or out of order.
This is due to the acts of consistent vandalism that have been happening in the majority of the male restrooms.
Jen Gomez reports more on how this story and how it has been affecting the school.
I would say there's definitely been an increase in vandalism this year.
That's the rumor, that I've been smearing poop on the wall and throwing soap dispensers in the toilets, and it's pretty annoying.
There are no mirrors in the boys' bathrooms except for 2.
I do find it rather difficult to comb my hair without mirrors.
The doors don't lock. There's no locks.
Someone pushes gently on them and they open even though they're locked.
I have to hold the door.
All the stall doors are ripped off and it's just absolutely nasty.
This new project where they started putting free tampons and pads in the bathroom, but that lasted for a week.
There's a lot of writing on the walls.
I'm here to tell you, it's your fault for tearing up the bathrooms, not the custodians that didn't stock it, because we stocked it. But somebody's going around here tearing up the place.
Having over 1,900 students, we know that most of our students don't partake in this kind of activities.
These actions in the restrooms have led some students to avoid them altogether.
I typically try to avoid going to the bathrooms here. You know, they're kind of dirty. You never know what to expect.
Well, I don't really go to the bathroom much here, but I went the other day and one of the urinals was just overflowed with pee. It was kind of gross. Not very good when the urinals are overflowing with pee.
Problems with the bathroom go beyond a lack of hygiene and cleanliness from students. Recently, destructiveness has increased.
Somebody got up in the ceiling tiles, got a brick from the ceiling, put it in the toilet.
When something like that happens and there's extreme destruction to the bathrooms, it's not just a financial burden and things like that. But we have a group of excellent custodians that have to come in every single time that happens and clean up not only the mess, but put things back together. And it was happening at a point where there was almost a daily occurrence in more than one restroom.
We'll take care of it if it's messed up, but we can't take care of it quickly if it's destroyed. You guys also have to take pride in your school and the situation.
If you see something like this happening in the restrooms, you're not uncool, you're not a snitch, you're not any of those things by saying, we saw this happen in the restroom today. You're actually just helping out a lot of people, including yourselves.
This has been Jen Gomez for the WARL.
Thank you to our custodians for all their hard work. Bathrooms around the school are being closed and monitored. Going forward, we encourage students to use the bathrooms as needed and to leave your stalls looking better than how you found them.
Bears, as we head into February, March is just around the corner, meaning the March Book Madness bracket is hanging up in the LC, and Mrs. Deal revealed on School G yesterday the first bracket pairings include books like Catcher in the Rye, 1984, and Where the Crawdads Sing.
The bracket combines books read in language arts classes, student suggestions, and past winners. Pairings are generated in an online randomizer, so they are not genre-based or paired in any special way.
Look to School G for more updates as we approach closer to March.
Juniors and seniors, completed National Honor Society applications must be turned in no later than 4 p.m. today.
And now to Sid and Tad on sports.
Welcome to sports.
The Ice Hockey Bears are now 30-0 and have set a new school record for most wins in an ice hockey season. They are currently ranked second in the state for the 6th week in a row. The team celebrates senior night tonight at 7 versus St. Charles at the Ice House.
Fans are encouraged to meet in the Brandon Road parking lot at 6 p.m. to enjoy free pizza and catch a free bus ride to the game tonight to avoid parking difficulties caused by Disney on Ice at the Nationwide Arena.
The theme is Whiteout. Wear white and bring a brand new teddy bear to participate in the teddy bear toss onto the ice after the first goal is scored. All teddy bears must have the tag attached so they can be donated to Children's Hospital.
Boys basketball beat Davidson last Friday 58-42 and beat Chillicothe 55-44 on Saturday. Our teammate, Max Buckley, scored 28 of the 55 points that night. Just like the Hockey Bears, the boys team is home tonight. They play Westland at 6.
Wrestling lost to Kaufman last night. They are now 4-1 in the OCC. Tonight you can catch the Wrestling Bears in the gym after boys basketball at 8 p.m. They verse Thomas Reddington. At the meet, students can enter a free raffle for an $100 Visa gift card or AirPods. They are also giving away 50 Raising Cane's meals and team beanies.
The girls basketball team traveled to Cleveland on Tuesday to play Delaware Hayes High School. Will Reynolds reports.
On Tuesday, the Upper Arlington girls basketball team got the opportunity to head to Cleveland and play in the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse Stadium, which is the home of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Coach Savage made this happen for the team by an organization that lets basketball teams play in the Cavs arena. Valerie Feller reflects on how the game was.
We got the opportunity to play in the Cavs stadium this Tuesday, and it was really cool just like to be on the court and to see where they play and just to see how big the arena is.
After a tough loss of 34-49 and a buffet dinner at the Harry Buffalo, the team headed back to the arena for the Cavs game. The team got to high-five the players as they ran out onto the court. Riley Keene explains more.
After our game on Tuesday, we stayed and watched the Cavs play against the Pelicans, and before the game started, we got to go out on the court and high-five all the Cavs players as they came out. It was super cool. My first NBA game, a lot of the other girls too. And it was just a really fun experience to get to watch them play after we had just played on their court.
The game started out by honoring Kobe Bryant with a 24-second shot clock violation. The Cavs ended up losing to the Pelicans 111-125. This was an amazing opportunity for the team and the students that went to support. This has been Will Reynolds reporting for the WARL.
The girls basketball team lost to Canal Winchester last night 47-39. The record is now 9-10. They have a game tonight at Westland at 6.
Gymnastics took first place out of 7 teams at the Warhawk Invitational on Friday. Wednesday night, they came in 4th place in a meet against Hilliard Bradley, Davidson, and Darby.
Swimming and diving has their UA Invitational this weekend starting on Saturday at 11 a.m. in the Natatorium. They will be competing against 6 other teams.
Last night, Nick Bosa, former OSU football player, won Rookie of the Year in the NFL. This year, he had 48 tackles, 9 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. He currently plays for the San Francisco 49ers and will be playing in Super Bowl 54 this Sunday.
Pizza Hut, an official NFL sponsor, is offering a unique reward to expecting mothers in this year's Super Bowl. The first mother to give birth to twins after kickoff will receive a $22,000 scholarship for their children, in addition to free pizza and tickets to next year's Super Bowl.
And now to Jess and Rebecca with Community News.
Welcome to Community News. 12 Central Ohio school districts are closed today due to the illness.
2 students from Miami University are awaiting test results for the coronavirus. Their respiratory and blood samples were sent to the CDC on Tuesday, and the CDC is backed up with testing. The first person-to-person transmission of the coronavirus in the United States has been confirmed in Illinois.
While coronavirus has less deadly stats than the flu, the concern is how fast the virus is spreading. More than 100 people in 26 different states have been tested for the disease since the start of last week, and the World Health Organization declared it as a global health emergency on Thursday.
Columbus ranks 5th in the world on Numbio's Quality of Life Index for 2020. Numbio is an online database of user-contributed information that is cited by major news organizations around the world.
Columbus and Franklin County Metro Parks is spending $400,000 to build mountain bike trails at the new Quarry Trails Metro Park, located just across Scioto River off of Trabue Road.
3 to 5 trails are planned, each 3/4 of a mile to a mile long, and all with varying levels of difficulty.
According to SWACO, 70% of the trash sent to the Franklin County landfill can be recycled or composted. Peter Zelnick looks at what Upper Arlington students are doing to encourage recycling.
During an environmental science unit in Kim Wilson's classroom 3 years ago, her students were dedicated to finding a solution to the trash problem at Upper Arlington High School. Wilson's students teamed up with the Environmental Club, conducted research, and reached out to the community to get recycling bins. Wilson talks about the ongoing dedication by her students who go around the building and pick up recycling bins from more than 120 classrooms each week.
They go in, they get the bin, they empty it into a larger bin, and then they take it out into the dumpster outside. So they're doing all the work. If we don't do it, it doesn't get done. So the custodians are not doing any of it. The students do all the work. We just watch them because they're great.
This approach of integrating a work-based learning curriculum with recycling has paid off.
I believe that we probably divert between 20 and 30 large garbage bags of waste from the trash every week in the school year.
Environmental science teacher and club advisor Beth Bailey shares her perspective.
And it's an important program because if we can take the recycling away from the trash bins, then we are able to reduce the impact to the landfills.
Bailey also said that recycling is working at the high school, but her students and Mrs. Wilson's are trying to determine ways to make it better for collecting recycling and educating people on what can be recycled. This has been Peter Zelnick reporting from the WARL.
Students interested in getting involved with recycling at UAHS are invited to attend Environmental Club after school on Mondays in room 145.
Nearly 6 million viewers tuned into The Bachelor Monday night.
The cast of the reality show took a trip to Cleveland to visit First Energy Stadium and Cedar Point. The romantic journey continues in Cleveland on Monday with a rose ceremony where 3 girls will be eliminated.
On Sunday, Billie Eilish made history by becoming the second artist in Grammy history and the first woman to take home the Big Four awards: Album, Record, and Song of the Year, plus New Best Artist. And the first artist to do this was Christopher Cross 39 years ago.
Eilish became the youngest Album of the Year winner in Grammy history, topping Taylor Swift, who was 20 when she won a decade ago for the album Fearless.
As for local musicians, UAHS orchestra teacher Mrs. Zunick won the Ohio Strings Teacher Association School Teacher of the Year. Great job, Miss Zunick. Thanks for making UAHS a better place.
Now let's kick it back to Maine.
After 3.5 years, 3 prime ministers, and seemingly endless votes in Parliament since the 2016 Brexit referendum, today Britain finally becomes the first ever country to leave the European Union.
Almost all of the immediate changes will be invisible to the public, and the United Kingdom will enter the transition period that was agreed between the British government and the EU.
Students, get hyped. Next week is academic week. There's almost 200 course options at UAHS, so there's no need for a boring schedule.
There will be an informational video shown during the extended third period on Tuesday to learn about different course options.
Sophomores, there is a college planning meeting next Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. in the auditorium. And seniors, pay attention to emails and Schoology updates for scholarship opportunities.
At 9:30 a.m. today, the district is activating an update to the configuration of iPads for students in grades 3 through 12.
The update is in response to OS 13 updates and is needed so that students have a more consistent web filtering experience without having to log in UA for app re-authentication.
Tomorrow is February 1st, so spread a little love and kindness this weekend.
And that's all for this week. Have a good weekend, Bears.